Horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Get out of here. This is a bar for humans. Read the room. There's no horses in here. Get out." Just popped up in my head. You got a knock knock?
I thought it was going somewhere.
It went somewhere. The horse had to get out because it's not human. You thought I was going to see. It's a comedy of you didn't expect where it was going to go because you thought I was going to say something about the long face.
Yeah, you're right. Welcome back to the Gentleman's Sit Down. We are an untraditional podcast.
Trying to be traditional gentlemen.
I'm Soterius Lemitius.
And I'm Joshua Callahan.
Links in the description for social medias. If at the end of this video you enjoyed yourself, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Write a comment telling us how much you loved or hated us. And leave a like. You know what? Like it right now. This is a great idea.
Yeah, we'll wait.
The idea was Joshua Callahan. You know, like the video right now. If you don't like it, unlike it later. Who cares? You know, maybe give it a red thumb if you didn't like it. Fuck it.
There's a red thumb?
Yeah, you know, the dislike button.
I thought it was a downward thumb.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm a Luddite.
Today we're talking about stand-up comedy.
Why are we talking about stand-up comedy, you think?
I think because we're fans, and
We're
I think
super fans.
Yeah, and I think we also want to try it one day.
Yeah. And
I mean, I wanna
laughing
try it.
extends your life.
Yeah, laughing makes you live longer.
It gives you perspective.
I saw this psychology quote, and they said the individual who laughs at most jokes usually means they're the loneliest.
Oh my God, I laugh at everything. I'm not lonely, I swear.
That's what I'm saying.
Jesus.
Maybe deep inside I'm lonely as fuck because I laugh so much. But I laugh because I enjoy myself. Apparently, laughter extends your lifetime.
Yeah.
So I don't
It's good for
understand.
your abs.
Yeah, so I don't understand. It seems like it's paradoxical. Apparently, I'm lonely because I'm enjoying life. What the fuck's going on here?
It's a psychologist. You know, what do they know? They're fucking quacks anyways. Anyways. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm sure there's a science to it. I just don't know what the science is.
Yeah.
The science of guessing what their people are thinking.
Yeah.
What's the science? Huh?
Yeah.
Just putting labels on whatever. That's a different discussion. Listen, you said something about wanting to try it before.
Yeah.
Right? You've never done stand-up?
I mean, like, I've never done it on a officially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done. I hosted a stand-up show.
Yeah, I remember you've told me.
Whip it up. I don't know if you can Google it.
Talk about the experience.
You want me to? Okay. So, listen, what I know about stand-up comedy is there's so many different types. There's a conversational. There's people who do bits and characters and, impersonations and stuff. And then there's people that do situational comedy where they're just, and reaction, like they're reacting to the way you live, we live, identity comics and stuff like that. And I've seen it all and I love it. And I did it in New York where I pretty much did character bits because I came from sketch comedy, Yeah. And I would I'd take on a different character and I would show that off to the audience and react because it's good to have a mask on. Like if you're up there by yourself doing stand-up, you don't want to be completely different for yourself because you want to look and feel comfortable in your own skin because people can read it. The most time that comedy, it's not because of the bad jokes. It's because about their physical presence, the delivery, not necessarily in the voice, but with their presence. They want you to be someone they can trust, they can relate to, and then they're there with you. The audience will be there with you and they'll laugh at anything because they're lonely, evidently.
Evidently.
Because you're funny or engaging. But it was fun. It was fun to see different takes, and comedy is you riff off it. As soon as someone gives a joke, you're thinking about, oh yeah, I do that, or oh wow, that's so true, and maybe you specifically will riff off it. You'll be like, oh yeah, oh God, I want to add to that, or I don't know. I think so. That's what I do too.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like comedy, like if you're gonna do stand up, it's I feel like it's to me, I feel like the reason why I want to do it is because it's the ultimate experience of just letting loose and not giving a fuck. That's what it seems like to me. Like you're gonna go up there and it's like y- I think most people can be funny, you know?
Yeah.
Like a casual person can say a casual joke and it could be hilarious, you know?
Not to be a contradictory person, but, and it's not true for every comic comedian, but most comics or comedians just starting out. You've got to be the phrase truth in comedy. You've got to take the material seriously. So, in other words, preparation and knowing your material before you go on stage will allow you to be comfortable with it. And that whole comfortable presence, there's very few people that can go out there and just wing it. So it's like you got to show them like you're not taking it seriously, but all the prep is serious. What you're wearing on stage, how you're looking, maybe even film yourself, maybe even review the material a couple of times and make sure you can transition in and out from a joke to the next joke. And anyways, that's just
Yeah, the point I was trying to build at is you just let loose and you don't give a fuck because you could not be funny even with the prep time. Like someone could just not find you funny, or the group cannot find you funny. You just might not be hitting it. Maybe you don't say the joke right that night. But it's like that's the point of stand up is you just gotta let loose and you just gotta you can't take yourself like yes, obviously, you respect the performance, the art form, you know. But the point I was trying to get at was it's a freeing moment. It's a freeing experience where you shouldn't care anymore about people's judgment once you're on there. Once you're there, saying the jokes, getting on stage and just letting yourself loose, it's like who cares?
who your
At that
favorite.
point, at that point, who cares? It's like now at that point, it's just for you. It's just for you. And if you get the laughs, great. If you don't, then you have work to do.
Good. Who are your favorite comedians that you like to either emulate or you just enjoy watching?
Honestly, I enjoy watching Andrew Schultz's stand up. Andrew Schultz, he's in the New York area, Manhattan. He does a lot of comedy club stuff and comedy club stand up. He tours a lot around the country too. Sebastian Maniscalco is funny. You know, what's going on? Like I like when he starts loud. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, he's like, he's like, he's like, my father came out and he's like, what are you doing? Like he just starts.
I love when he slows down.
Yeah,
to like the thing.
yeah, he's like slows down and
He
like
does
his
a character.
voice
It's a
gets low.
character of him. Like
Yeah.
just like
Yeah, and
I
then
like Bill Burr a lot.
Yeah, Bill Burr's hilarious, of course.
Kind of like that anger comedy or whatever.
Yeah, he gets
gets mad at people. He gets mad at the situation.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? I like John Mulaney. It's a kind of like the dry comedy. Like, yeah.
Oh, I've seen some Don Rickles. I think he's hilarious.
Oh, the classics. I was just going to say when it was officially, if I was going to answer the question, I'd go with a lot of classics. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, I love the classic comedians.
Yeah,
Don Rickles.
Don Rickles
Come
is
on.
funny.
He's a pro.
I like Robin Williams because
Oh, he's my
Robin
favorite,
Williams
yeah.
is just crazy. He just gets up on stage and like he you could tell he plans everything out, but he says it so fast and delivers it like he's like so. It's like so. It feels like chaos the whole time.
He's one that does do improv. Like he gives himself a
Yeah.
bit like he's going to work towards, and then he'll riff with himself and riff on the audience. But you've got to be really good at that because people can read right through it. If you look at some of his really early stuff, it's half and half cringy. Like, oh, he tried something, but he powers right through it and he commits to it 1000%. So you laugh with him and at him at times. At least I do. Like I don't know. I've seen some of his really early stuff. But I grew up on Robin Williams at the Met and obviously in his movies. And it is more planned out, more focused, but then he riffs and does bits. So funny, so fast. Richard Pryor, you kidding me? George Carlin. There's a documentary out about George Carlin. Definitely check that out. Check it out. It's so good. His comedy specials, hilarious. Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle's a legend.
Richard Pryor is a legend, too.
Yeah. I think I like Andrew Schultz because he does a lot of crowd work too. Like he'll just
I love comedians who do crowd work.
Yeah, he just starts talking to the crowd, and then he'll like hear the crowd explain like a story to them, and then he just makes a big old joke about their lives. Like it seems messed up, but he doesn't do it in a way where like he's demeaning you. Like he says some like it sounds like it's a little messed up, but he's saying it in a way that's kind of funny. Like it's like, oh, like I could laugh with this. Like, oh, there's some truth in this. Like you said, there's truth in comedy. Like he'll talk a lot about because like he grew up in like New York, so he grew up around like a lot of different cultures and stuff. So he knows about a lot of, especially Latin cultures. He knows a lot about the Latin cultures.
I don't know this guy. I haven't seen his stuff.
Yeah. So usually if he's talking to someone that's like Puerto Rican or Dominican, he'll be like, oh yeah, and like he'll start saying stuff like that he knows from like his Puerto Rican friends or Dominican friends, and then like the audience will laugh because it's like, oh my God, that's true. There is some of us that do that, you know.
I love, who we haven't mentioned a lot of the female comics. They're really good. Tig Notaro is really good.
Yeah, I like Tina Fey.
Ellen DeGeneres is actually, her stand-up is really conversational and funny. Like you don't know if she's telling a joke or sets something up, and she just goes right into it.
Rebel Wilson's funny.
Yeah.
Amy Poehler's funny. I like Amy Poehler. She's funny.
She has a sketch.
And is it
too.
Kristen Wiig?
Kristen, she does a lot of sketch. I don't know about stand-up specifically. Like I don't know. I haven't seen. I know I love all those names you mentioned from the sketches that they did.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of comedians.
Yeah.
Roseanne Barr. It goes way back.
Oh, Roseanne, yeah. I never really watched Roseanne, but I always heard people found her funny.
My dad loved comedy. He would like listen to everything. One of my first forays into comedy, and it's going to lead to another topic maybe within this topic. See what you think about it. Was Bill Cosby. Like Bill Cosby himself. My dad used to listen to the album himself. It's really funny. Dad gives cake. Anyways. Whatever. It's a whole bit. But and Louis C.K. Now these are canceled comics, and I don't prescribe to the idea because comics push the envelope for us. They satirize ourselves. Even Roseanne, you may not agree with them. Now, what Bill Cosby did was different in that it wasn't about his comedy or his material. It's about him as a human. Got himself canceled, which I totally am behind. But when people put themselves out there in the comedy, yeah, there's a lot of,
there's lines you could cross.
There's lines to cross, but they're always supposed to push the envelope. Yeah. So I'm more forgiving of someone who's gone across the line and tried, just attempted, but sometimes and you're just crossing the line on purpose, and that in and of itself is not funny. But
that's why Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle are like the powerhouse comedians today.
They go right up to the edge.
Yeah.
Because they make you laugh what's on the other side, maybe.
Yeah, because they actually push the envelope, regardless of what they believe. They can make jokes, and they're accepting of people.
And Chris Rock. And they do a lot of work. Yeah. They do a lot of practice and prep. And that means also going to smaller clubs before they go on to their specials. You got Jim Gaffigan and Seinfeld, who are more safer. Yeah. They do safe bits or whatever, Yeah. What do you think about political humor? Political comedians? Too much? Too little?
Nah.
Too easy?
I think it's funny sometimes. I think, sometimes I feel like they're jabbing at one side more than the other, which is, it's fine. But, like their ideology
definitely one side can sometimes be more funny than the other.
Yeah, their ideologies come out through their performance. So that's what kind of I guess is a downside for doing that. But I think it's funny. I'm down to laugh at both sides. I feel like, you should be laughing at both sides because both sides, the fact that there's only two sides is funny in itself. To me.
Yeah. Here's your ideology coming out.
Yeah. My ideology.
But like Bill Maher, I saw his most recent, and just saying a topic isn't funny. But a lot of times his humor is typical potty humor, but in the concept of a political theater. I don't know. You have to I'm not trying to analyze it. I guess I am trying to analyze it, but I don't always find it funny by like some of the ideas or good conversation starters. But I get tired of political comedy a lot quicker than if someone's doing impressions or doing like traditional comedy about issues, not just political issues, but issues
In general, yeah.
in general. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like I like a raw comedy where like it's more personal. So like life is more like rounded around life and
Yeah.
stuff. That's more funny to me because everyone can relate to that. It doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing in life. Like it's easy to relate to that stuff. Just life in general.
Billy Crystal always used to say, leave them with something. You talk about something that the audience can relate with, and then you leave them with something like a question or something. And it was, so he has like a conversation with the crowd, obviously crafted, but it seems so like off the cuff. He's really funny, I think. And he's easy, like a lot of different types can devour his kind of comedy or eat up his comedy a little bit. In other words, he's not very, polarizing or whatever. Now, going to a live comedy show, like if you're going to an open mic night and stuff, you got to be careful. You got to know what you're expecting here. Not to go into the etiquette of it all, but, don't be a heckler. Sometimes the comedians will plant a heckler so they can have a prepared interaction to shut it down from the rest of the audience.
Yeah.
Tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
But I never did that. I'm just saying, don't heckle. And if you're going to a 2-drink minimum, get your drinks, want to laugh, and support with clapping at least. Especially if you don't like them. Like, give them some love. It's tough to be up there on your own.
Yeah.
I always go into open mics. Like, I want to go out there, but I find myself trying too hard to like, yay, yeah, yay. And, it's not very like.
Yeah, the supportive one.
I start to sweat for them.
Yeah. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Stand-up comedy. I think we covered it.
I think we did too. We listed some good names. We give some feelers for what we like, what kind of things make us laugh.
Yeah.
We ultimately love it. We're supporters, and we want to encourage.
Yeah.
He wants to do it.
I want
You
to try
should.
it. Yeah, I want to try it. I want to see what it's like.
I'll do it. We talked about doing it
Yeah.
together, maybe
Do a show. We'll do an open mic night one day. Maybe we
tell you
record
about
it.
Maybe we'll tell you about it.
Yeah.
You like and leave a comment. Give us some bits.
Yeah. Tell us your favorite comedians. Tell us your favorite comedy shows, stand-up. It doesn't even have to be stand-up. Maybe you got some comedy shows you like. Tell us about it.
Yeah, ding a bell.
Ding a bell. All right. You enjoyed the video? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Leave a comment. Give us a like. All right. Or a dislike. I don't care. Do something. Give us some sort of feedback. Something we could work with. Something we could, work with, figure out, make ourselves better. All right. Come on. We're a work in progress here.
Yeah.
Okay?
We're trying to surf the algorithm.
Exactly.
We want to surf it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a thing? It's a thing now.
I've been Saterius Lemitius.
I've been Joshua Callahan.
We've been the Gentleman's Sit Down. We hope you have a great week. We'll catch you next week.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.